by kind of a perfect storm. It's a mixture of low prices and also in the oil market and also in the freight sector. So both big pillars the companies is working on or is relying on are currently not performing too well, and that is why the shares are down that much. Also, the vision for 2017 is not very rosy, so nothing really to buy into here.
Okay, thank you for those perspectives you brought to those conversations and those top business stories around the world for us. Thank you for bringing that to us. Annette Westbach, my colleague at the Frankfurt Stock Exchange there for Channels Television. It's a slew of earnings and latest oil inventory data on top of the agenda for Wall Street this Wednesday. The U.S. stocks index futures pointing to a flat open that comes in about 2 hours from now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average about 0.05%. S&P futures about a little bit flat, just moved to flat. And the Nasdaq futures about 0.06%. On the earnings front, you're going to hear from Allergan, which is a healthcare company in the U.S., as well as GlaxoSmithKline. It's called GSK, with a subsidiary of that also in Nigeria. Time Warner from the entertainment and news industry. And, of course, Alaska will be reporting before the opening bell, and a handful of others just at closing bell. Let's go to Asia, where the markets are closed for the day, and the U.S. oil inventories was the major factor. Some of the stocks markets there, however, were mixed reverse in some of the earlier losses. In Japan, the Nikkei 225 was higher, 96.85 points. The Kospi, the South Korean main market index, 10.13% down. The Hong Kong Hang Seng climbed 153.56 points earlier, higher, and the Shanghai Composite about 14.35 points in the green. And we're sticking with China, where the central bank, or the People's Bank of China, has skipped daily reverse purchase agreement operations for a third straight trading day. That's today, Wednesday, in order to keep liquidity stable in the country's banking system. There were 125 billion yuan's worth of reserve repos that were due to mature this Wednesday. The move from the PBOC comes after the central bank raised interest rates on open market operation reverse repos by 10 basis points last week. The PBOC head of research says the increase was driven by the market and is in line with macro financial adjustments. So let's talk about our own fixed income market here in Nigeria, where proceedings were a little bit bearish. Our treasury bill market on Tuesday, with average yield rising 8 basis points, not so scary, 18.19%. The bond market, a little bit mildly bullish, just about 1 basis point at 16.80 across most of the tenors. So let's get a sense of today's trading activity at the debt market. Bimisola Belu-Aromire is a fixed income dealer at Diamond Bank and is joining me for a very short conversation from downtown Lagos on the phone. Good afternoon, Bimisola.
Hi, good afternoon.
It's good to have you on the program. Give me what's the sentiment today at the fixed income market in Lagos?
Generally, the market has been a bit bullish. Because of the absence of the open market operation that we've not seen. The CBN has not conducted OMO to being conducted OMO today. We've seen traders and investors coming in to buy at the Treasury bills end. Sorry?
Yeah, I was just about to say the central bank made almost 300 billion from the market last week. So
yes, on Friday, yes. We saw that last Friday.
That was massive. And liquidity looks like everything just got dried up.
Well, we can't really ascertain the level of liquidity now because we don't have the figures, but there's the perception that the market is still a bit fluid. And because of the absence of the OMO, we've seen dealers and traders coming into the market to buy bills at the 91 and 182, because where it opened in the morning is not where it's trading at. Some of the yields have gone down because of the bullish sentiment on the market. Market might not be that liquid, but because of the absence of the OMO, is driving the bullish trend.
I love it when it's bullish. Thank you. Let's keep it there for today. Thank you very much. I know you like it as well when it's bullish. I'm bullish on the market. Bimisola Belu-Aromire from Diamond Bank in Victoria Island. Still sticking with the African side of business, the continent's largest mobile phone operator, home-based South Africa, MTN Group, expects to report a full-year loss due to a $1 billion regulatory fine in Nigeria and underperformance in South Africa. MTN agreed last June to pay Nigeria 330 billion naira fine for missing a deadline to cut off unregistered SIM cards from its network. MTN is the largest mobile phone company in Nigeria, the continent's biggest economy, and accounts for a third of MTN's revenue. The telecom firm says the net effect of the Nigerian $1 billion fine for the year ended December last year was a negative impact of 474 American cents per share. MTN will issue a further trading statement on the likely range within which its business headline loss is expected. The International Monetary Fund says Tunisian economy has remained resilient in a difficult domestic and international environment. The IMF mission chief to Tunisia, Jean Rother, said growth is expected to pick up to 2.5% in 2017 from 1.3% in 2016, supported by improved confidence following the successful Tunisia 2020 conference that was in November and the adoption of crucial private sector legislation. However, the fund maintains that significant macroeconomic challenges persist for Tunisia. Public debt continued to increase, reaching more than 60% of GDP in 2016. Okay, quite a lot to talk about. The next where we're going, Morocco is one of the largest economies north of the African continent. Now Morocco is rejoining the African Union after almost 25 years of absence. So what does it mean for the previous relationship between Morocco and the European Union? That is one story we're following very closely. But let's talk very quickly about this relationship when we come back after the break. That's something we got Exotic Partners, head of research, to talk to us on Skype from Dubai. He'll be talking to us on this very important story. But let's move on quickly and you look at what's the story from Nigerian shoe brands. Some folks think they have all it takes to bring shoes that you may need to wear. But all that coming after the break. Stick around.